Hey everybody, I am here with the man, the myth, the legend, the closer for the Cincinnati Reds, Amir Garrett. How are you doing, AG?
What's up, Rob? I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me on. It's always fun being on here with you. You said I'm the myth, I'm the legend. You're the myth, and you're the legend, man.
Dude, I'm going to use that as a clip for my intro now.
I mean, you might as well.
Yeah,
You're
I
the
mean, it
man.
ain't going to get any
You're
better
the
than
man.
that.
You're the man.
Well, speaking of the man, how's it going with you right now?
Everything's going good, man. I had my first action on what's today? Today's Monday. I had my first action on Saturday. I was coming back from a little soreness on my arm, but everything went according to plan. I don't think it could have went any better than the outing that I had. Struck out three, which is always a good day in the office. So well, now we just got to keep it going. I'm in the game tomorrow, but everything is going good right now.
Is it going to be televised tomorrow? Because I didn't even get to see any of your outing last time.
I know I was looking for some clips on there. I was like, dang, I was like, the game must not have been online. I think it will. I don't know what's going on with the games and the television right now, but yeah, that one wasn't on the game on the TV, so that sucked.
It's brutal because I tried to hunt down a clip or something. I wanted to see
Uh,
like a case draw. I saw you do something. There was something at the end. You did something. I thought maybe.
yeah, I had to strike out the side. I had to let him know he's a baby, man. He's a baby. I told her, I get creative out there. I watch too much basketball. That's why. You know what I'm saying? I do I watch Russell Westbrook too much, man. Those are his celebrations, rocking the cradle as a baby. Like I watch too much basketball, but it's all good.
Yeah. So I think we need to. I mean, you know that. You know how I think. We need to bring more of that to baseball because I've had enough of this. Like act like you've been there. Don't show up somebody. It's like you strike out the side. Show them up. Let's see it.
I mean, it's all fun. You know what I mean? Like I like I said, we're entertainers too, man. Like baseball is such a boring game to watch a bunch of time. Like it's so boring, but there's no excitement really. You know what I mean? But I feel like I've gained so many more fans, so many people that aren't even baseball fans. They just get the app or whatever and get the notification and I'm coming to the game. And like I just watch the game just because you're coming in. I don't like baseball at all. And that's what we're missing in this game. We're missing some excitement. It's a new era of baseball being played. You see Fernando Tatis is exciting. Juan Soto exciting. Stroman exciting. Tim Anderson exciting. Like me, like we're trying to do as much as we can. We're trying to keep this game alive, man. And I think that needs to be within the game more. There's nothing bad about a little shit talking. Excuse my language. Just competing out there. You just having fun.
I could not agree with you more. Like that, those are things that make highlights too. Like pitchers don't
Yeah,
make highlights because they don't do it. Like you're sitting there and you just like if you do that, even Bauer with his struts, like you know what, show it up. Like love him or hate him, you're gonna watch, right?
yeah, you're gonna watch. You know what I mean? And everybody has their own thing. Like you don't have to show up people if you don't want to, but don't criticize them or don't try to seclude them from the game if that's what they like to do. I like to do it. Some people are louder than others. I'm real loud. It's fine. You know what I mean? And that's what helps me be as good as I am. That's me right there. There's I could be this stone cold, I wasn't good like that. I was getting shelled like that. I wasn't good like that. This is me. I'm good now. Like, what would you want me to be? You want me to be this guy? He's passionate about the game and like to show up people and talk a little shit, or do you want me to be this quiet person my rookie year when I had a 7 ERA? That wouldn't have kept me in the game. I would
No, it
not
would
have
have
kept
been
me in the game.
boring, man. Like, so I
Yeah.
love this stuff. And I know that you don't care if Tatis or Soto, bat flip or whatever. That's life, right? I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, what are you gonna do? Like I'm a grown man. I'm not gonna get my feelings hurt. Like I don't mind it. I don't really care. It's just like everybody's like, oh, they're gonna get you back. Like, yeah, it's just a full circle. Who cares? Like it just recycles around. Yeah, I'm gonna show him up today. He might show me up tomorrow. Cool. That's fine. We'll just keep going. I don't care. We'll just keep going. It's all good.
Yeah, so this is the thing I don't get. People understand there's different mechanics, different pitch grips.
Yeah.
Why aren't there different personalities? Like, you have to be yourself out there. And if you're not yourself, you're not going to be as good. The other thing I think, and this maybe you can confirm it for me or not, is I think when you put yourself out there, when you're talking trash, you have extra motivation not to get to beat, because you're putting yourself out there. You're like, I'm the man. And if someone beats you, you're like, I guess I'm not the man today. So you're putting yourself out there, and it gives you extra motivation, I think.
Yeah, I'm putting myself out there for sure. And I expect, like, when I get beat, I expect for people to be like, oh yeah, you shouldn't have been talking mess, blah, blah, blah. That motivates me, because I'm like, yeah, like, this is a game. You're gonna fail a lot of times. You're gonna have success, but I embrace every single thing I get coming to me. Success, failures, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was telling TJ Antone, TJ, I said, listen, I pray every single night. If I go out there and get beat today, or if I, give up 3 runs, whatever, I'm telling God, thank you. Thank you for giving me that. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to overcome something like this. You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing to me, because I'm built for this. And I truly believe that nothing gets under my skin. Like, if you see me out on the field, if somebody hits a home run, does whatever, you're not gonna see me react to it. I'm not gonna give you that satisfaction. I'm not gonna react. I'm not like, tip my cap, go ahead, go about your business, but I'm gonna get you back again. So don't worry about it.
I love that attitude, because that's the thing that people don't get. And I know that parents do that too. Like, when they see their kid fail, they get their feelings hurt instead of understand. You're about to be a parent. We'll get into that in a little bit. But people, like parents, it hurts them. Or kids, like when you're younger, it's like, no fair. Like, you've got to take that and use it as extra motivation to improve, so you don't have that feeling. If you don't get that feeling, how are you ever going to get driven to keep improving too, right?
Yeah, I feel like that's a big thing. You have to fail. You have to fail. Like, it's all part of the game. It's all part of life. Sometimes, like, you have to get that feeling, and then you also, you have to get that feeling to never want to be in that position again, right? So, you just remember how failing feels, and if you don't want to feel that anymore, just have success, and just try to, it's hard to do. Is just try to have success all the time, though.
Dude, so you're wanting to put like even more pressure on you, right? Like,
Yeah.
you freaking went out there and said, "Hey, no, I'm the closer. It's over. I'm the closer, and that's the way it's going to be." Like, nobody does that. Like, generally,
Yeah.
everybody's like, they play the game. They're like, whatever the manager decides, I'm willing. Like, I love the fact that you put yourself out there. Number one, to say that, and number two, that you want it. Like, you're sitting
Yeah.
out there like, that's me. So, what was the mindset behind that?
So my thinking is, I've been around, with the Reds for a while. I had the opportunity to have some closes or whatever. I was told to wait my time, and out of the respect for the close that we had, which we had a really good one. I would always say, I'm not ready to be a closer yet. We have a really good one. Like, that's fine. So when the opportunity arose, I'm like, I'm here. Like, you don't have to look any further, because you got a closer in house, and you guys been telling me to wait my time. And I've been doing this, consistently for 3 years since I've been in the bullpen. And it's like, I'm built for these closing situations. I'm in the most high level situations of the ball game anyway. Like, you know what I mean? During the season, I just feel it's right. I mean, I had to go out there. It's what I want to be, obviously. So I put the stamp on it. And it's not only for me, it's for our team, man. Like, I get, like, you like, you have to compete. Okay. My teammates, like, by me saying that I'm going to be the closer, guess what that's going to do? That's going to elevate my teammates. That's going to elevate the competition, among them. If they want to come for that top dog spot, Lucas Sims is really good.
He's really good.
Really good.
Yeah.
All right, we got Sean Doolittle that's been really good for a long time.
Yep.
They're gonna look and be like, "Oh, Amir thinks he's the closer." Oh, no, not today. And that's just gonna elevate all of us. You know what I'm saying? And whoever gets the job, it's gonna be like, just that competition level. Like, I'm gonna elevate them to be the best they can be, and that's what I want. Because I'm gonna be the best I can be. I want to bring my teammates up here. I want to bring them up to my level. You know what I mean? And so that's my way of thinking, man. It's bigger than me. It's about the team camaraderie. It's gonna elevate a lot of people, man. And that's what I want to do. I want to be good. I want to be the best bullpen in the league. That's what I want to do.
You know, it's a little Michael Jordan-esque is what he did too. Like he challenged his
Yeah.
teammates to be better. And I mean, I'm not putting you pressure on you to be
Nah,
Michael
nah, nah,
Jordan, but
not the
I mean,
Michael
like,
Jordan pressure, not that pressure. Nah.
like there's pressure of closing games and there's
Yeah.
pressure of being Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Being the
little,
goat. No,
yeah,
but
but you know,
that is
yeah,
how
it
it
is.
is, man. It
Yeah.
is. I expect as much as I can on my teammates. Like that's something like, Michael Lorenzen. Ever since I got to leave, Michael's been like that for his whole career. Like, you know what I mean? Like he elevated me to want to be better when I first got in the league. You know what I'm saying? We'd have spring outings or appearances, and he's like, I just struck out 3 today. You're up. You're up, AG. And I was like, all right, bet. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and strike out 3 too then. You know what I'm saying? Like this has been going back for years. You know what I'm saying? When I was competing for a spot in the rotation, this isn't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? This is how I've always been, how I've always competed.
Were you like that as a kid too? Like growing up?
Yeah, man. Like it's crazy. Like I more than I love playing baseball or any sport, I just love competing. That's it. You know what I mean? Like I love competing, and it's just it's so funny, man. I ask my wife what I do when I compete against her. Like if I'm playing a Monopoly, like it's shit talk. It's I want to win. I'm gonna do anything I win. My dad playing cards. You know what I'm saying? I get it from him. He always talking shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? He wants to win all the time. My grandma is in her 80s. She wants to win. I'm not letting her win. You know what I mean? Like that's for real. Like it's just it's just funny just competing. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Dude, I grew up in that same environment, and I think
Mhm.
it's important. I think we miss it. Like it's too much. We get into too much. Like everybody wants to have their kids win. They want a trophy.
Yeah.
They want to. They don't. It hurts parents when they see their kids lose. I was a shit talker all the time playing growing
Yeah.
up. Like my parents,
Mhm.
my brother, whatever it is, and I hated losing. And guess what? It makes you successful. If you don't like losing, then you do either you whine about it or you do something to make yourself better. Right? I
Yeah.
mean, that's
Yeah. I mean, that's just something, you got to live with whatever decisions you make in life or whatever you want to do in life. You want to compete, then let's say you want to compete, then compete. You know what I mean? Don't, it doesn't matter. Like like you said, if you don't like losing, do something better. It's not always going to be, peaches and cream. You're going to fail. You're going to lose, but it's how you bounce back, or if you look at it as an opportunity instead of a loss. I say I never take losses. I learn lessons. So that's my biggest mindset on that.
that is it's a growth mindset because if you do the safe thing, yeah, you're never going to experience losses. You're also never going to grow. It's that like
Yep.
literally that way in business, in life,
Yep.
and relationship, whatever it is. If you're not taking those chances, I mean, plus it's boring, man. Do you ever want to
Yeah.
like you get that adrenaline, you want to win?
Yeah, you do. You want to win at all times, at all costs, man. You want to do it as good as you can. I tell everybody all the time, are you willing to sacrifice? Like, are you willing to go to the extent to win? Like, are you willing to make the ultimate sacrifice? Doing whatever is needed. Putting yourself out there. You know what I'm saying? Risking, your body for your team. Are you willing to do that? A lot
Well,
of
I mean,
people aren't.
yeah, a lot of people also don't charge an entire dugout, by the
You
way.
know,
So
you know what I'm saying? Are you
yeah,
willing to do whatever you willing to do to make sacrifices? You know what I'm saying? To make a statement. Ever since that happened, that the stuff with them that never happens anymore because they know not to play around. It doesn't happen anymore. I'm telling you,
dude, you
they don't
made
throw
your
at us anymore.
an instant legend on that. Like, I mean, there is no bigger legendary baseball moment than that. I mean, that was badass.
I mean, somebody you got to do what you got to do. Like we saying, make sacrifices. At that time, I had to make a sacrifice, and I was okay with the outcome. I knew everything that was going to happen, so I was all right with it. But I had a sacrifice.
When you say put in the work, so what does your typical day look like now, or off season look like? How much work were you putting in?
So I'll be honest. Okay, I don't work as hard anymore. I don't work as hard anymore. I work smart. You know what I mean? I don't go out there. For me personally, I don't have to go out there and do all this just going crazy in the weight room and stuff like that. Like I like to get my mind. I like to work out my mind. For me, in this game, like people have the skill set, they have the pitches, the ability, the five tools or whatever. Mine is here. This is what makes me good. I have two pitches, Rob, two pitches, okay? Fastball, which is all right, it's fast, whatever. It's all right. And my slider is my bread and butter. But my mind, me knowing that I'm good and I'm better than the hitter, that's what helps me. That's what I work out daily. And like we said, every day, you know what I mean? Like I work smart. You know, I'll do stuff like, you know, try to exhaust my mind on things. You know what I mean? And try to be mentally strong. That's what helps me be as good as I am. You know, the weights and all that, that's fine. I do that too, but that's not something I'm actually like, you know, just zoned in on. It's not. I mean, it's just, you know, it's just helped me with my career, but that's just me.
So I love hearing you say that. And it's a point that I've tried to make. And frankly, the first however many minutes we've just discussed is almost all mental stuff. And I
Yeah.
think a lot of people don't. So I'm wearing a shirt that says analytics right now. A lot
Yeah.
of people think the game is about analytics and that all it is pitcher's a robot. He has this spin rate. He's going to put this ball here. This is the hitter's weakness. Other people think of the game differently. I think there's so much of this game is mental. It's the day-to-day grind you put in. It's the wanting to beat the other guy, seeing what he's doing against you. It's almost like a cage match, a boxing match, a one-on-one game, something like that. It's less like the analytics are obviously important. Like that's part of your tools. But the big tool is your compete and your one-on-one ability to take on that hitter the way you want to. Explain like what mentally you go through.
Okay, so you know, like we were saying, analytics is that's where the game is going nowadays. You know, with all this stuff. Me personally, I'm not a big analytic guy, not yet. You know, I take a look at, you know, some of the stuff, and some of the stuff is beneficial, but I'm just not a guy that can get into all that right now in my career. So let me tell you one thing. When I was in the minor leagues, they said that my slider is not going to play in the big leagues, and that's God's honest truth. My slider will not play in the big leagues because of the shape of it and all that. But here we are in 2021. I think my slider is one of the best in the game. You know what I mean? And that's just something, you know, that's what they told me. But guess what I did? My mind, I said, yeah, right. If my slider isn't a typical slider, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make it the best, whatever it is, whatever this slurve is, I'm gonna make it the best that I can possibly make it. You know, just because you told me that I couldn't. You know what I mean? When we get out there and we read the scouting reports and stuff like that, and me personally, I don't pitch to a hitter's weakness. I pitch to my strengths. Literally, I pitch to my strengths. I don't really. I look at the scouting report and see how hot he is or whatever. But guess what? His weakness is a fastball in. That's not my strength though. That's not my strength. I'm not throwing a fastball into him. You know what I mean? That's not my strength. That's my weakness. Like get it in there, blah blah blah. No. Guess what? He can hit sliders down. Oh, he can hit sliders down. That's his bread and butter. But guess what? Oh well, that's my strength. He got to hit my slider down. Let's see what he got. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time, I get him. Yeah, I get him. You know what I mean? I don't go off that, but there's also perks to it. Like, you know, there's a lot of guys that look at that and they can execute stuff like that. I can't, you know. I have two pitches, like I said. So I go off my strengths. I don't go off the hitter's weakness. But, you know, one day, like I said, I'm still running off athleticism. Athleticism is what's getting me going in and competing. And, you know, and one day I'll be able to be a developed pitcher, whatever. But right now I'm just running off athleticism. That's it.
I think that it's a good message also for young kids is to be at like I guess everybody can't be like you got to do your strength. Somebody may just be strong, somebody may move fast, there's a bunch of different things that work, but you knew like you played a bunch of sports and you're able to use that. Is there anything specifically that you take from other sports that you bring to the bump like in your mechanics or anything else?
I don't know, just competing. That's it.
Is that it?
I just come from basketball, bro. Like it's a different world out there. It's such a different world, Rob. It's so different. Like in the off season, I was playing with my friends. You know, they overseas, NBA, G League, whatever. I played with them, and it's like I can't compete with them anymore. For sure, I can't. but I'm going to get out there. I'm still going to be talking my shit. And you know what I'm saying? And once I got into the flow of playing, I was over there handling my own, you know what I mean? But I don't know, like just I don't know, just coming from,
Some of it like quick twitch, body control, things
yeah,
like that.
body,
Maybe?
yeah, that's definitely stuff like that. It definitely helps, being athletic, going like this year been the most I've played basketball in the off season. And when I came into camp, like they was like, man, like you look different. Like you look leaner or whatever, the way you're moving. And I was like, yeah, because I was playing basketball all off season, getting up and down the court. Like we lose that athleticism in baseball, and especially as pitchers. I highly recommend anybody that even pitches or plays baseball. I recommend you play basketball in the offseason and go through a basketball workout. Basketball players, what they do, this is what they do. They'll shoot hundreds of shots, right? And if you notice, they shoot while they're tired. You know what I mean? They shoot while they're tired. They get exhausted. They shoot while they're tired. But that's where you lock in mentally. You got to hit this shot. You're tired. Okay, bet. You got to still, you know what I'm saying? You got to still play the game. That's why you see older guys in the NBA. They can't jump. They can't run with no more with these young guys, but they can lock it in mentally. They can hit that game-winning shot right there, because guess what? It's repetition. And I said, I was doing some workouts this year. Obviously you can't, as a pitcher, you can't throw all day, every day. Like you can't shoot, but I would go and shoot, get myself tired, and I would go over here and throw a bullpen. It's repetition. I was dog tired, but I was trying to just get myself into that mode to lock in, mentally lock in, you know what I mean? To throw some strikes. It could have been 10, 20 or whatever, but I was exhausted, and I came over, threw a bullpen, I was able to lock it in. And, that's just stuff that you get from, for me, from basketball.
So that is an incredible cue. And I was talking to Tom House about why Drew Brees and Tom Brady were so good for so long. And what he said is they played multiple sports. And by doing that, as they aged, they had something to go back on. Like your body learns differently. I was talking to you, Darvish. He said that a pitcher's body gets bored if you do the same thing over and over again. Mm-hmm. But if you do something different, you pick up little things that help you in the long run from doing different things. For you, it's basketball. And I think that's a great cue to have. And I wish other people would do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I tell parents now, like, let your kid play multiple sports. It's going to help you in the long run. It's really going to help you in the long run. Look at it. Like, for me, example, playing basketball and baseball, like, they drafted me off potential, off what I had, because I was athletic. Like, I'd made it to the big leagues before these guys that were playing just, they were studs or whatever. And they were supposed to get there and they didn't, because, like you, Darvish said, like your body does, like, once you get used to doing certain things, I think I lost my athleticism for a little bit, because I was just strictly a pitcher, and it was like I wasn't able to move certain ways. I wasn't able to do this. I wasn't able to do that. And I was like, damn, like, I can't be doing this. Like, bro, this is what I got. This is what drives me, is my athleticism. I can't, you know what I mean? So I got back to that basketball in the off season, and I'm moving quicker than ever. I'm more agile than ever right now, and it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, people hear the word mechanics and they think about mechanics being like a robot. So, I mean, maybe we should do away with those words or something, because people, like, growing up, kids think that you have to move like a pitcher, like this. And what you're saying is what I see too. The guys that last, the guys that throw hard, are guys that tend to move really well.
Yeah, they just move really well, man. And the big thing for me is Pilates. I'm a big guy. So I try to do a lot of Pilates as I can, get very agile, get stretched out. You know what I'm saying? We got to be mobile. We got to be mobile out there. You know what I mean? And I don't like when people ask me about mechanics, I say I'm the wrong person to ask about mechanics, because my mechanics are so messed up, right? Look at Chris Sale. Like, he doesn't have perfect mechanics. Max Scherzer, like, they don't have perfect mechanics. Like, mechanics isn't everything. There's always something that you can clean up or whatever, but there's no, me personally, I don't think that, mechanics is everything, because a lot of people pitch messed up. You know what I mean? Like, but there's always something that works for them, or something that clicks, or something that they remember, about the delivery or something, or the follow through, or whatever, like whatever it may be. It doesn't always necessarily have to be, clean mechanics, like, clean mechanics, no, it doesn't. You just got to find what works for you.
Yeah, and it's the same thing. So we were talking about part of your personality is in your mechanics. And again, I hate using that word because it sounds mechanical, but it's you're aggressive. Like Scherzer's aggressive. You watch him pitch.
Yeah.
He wants to shove that ball down your throat. Do you think he's thinking about where his hand is, where his, he's thinking about competing and shoving it down someone's throat. You can tell. You can tell when he's throwing.
You can tell. And a lot of times you're not even going to be able to fix what you have wrong in the game a bunch of times. You know what I mean? You'll think you'll be like, oh yeah, no, it's not. You know what I mean? You're going to go to the bullpen, you may watch a video and you'll be like, okay, let me do this, let me do that. But you're not going to be able to fix it right there in the game. You know what I mean? I don't care who you are. You're not going to be able to fix it like that. You know what I mean? So you're going to go back and watch a video and get to it in the bullpen.
So I see your daddy hat, and again, we talked off camera, but you felt the baby kick, or you saw it first.
I watched my baby kick. Yeah, I did.
Now, how sick is that?
It's really sick, man. It's just been like, it's something that I've been wanting since I was a young kid myself. Since I was 19, I wanted my own kid. Like, it's just so amazing, bro. Because like I'm bringing a child into this world, me and my wife, and it's like this is my child. This is our child. Like, I get to raise her how I want to raise her. And it's gonna be just two little eyes on me, just watching me. As she grows up, it's amazing, man. And every time I go out there to pitch, it's like I'm doing it for her now. You know what I mean? And that's just gonna drive me and motivate me even more, because I want my baby girl to grow up having a good life, man. And I'm not gonna lie, I want her to have a good life so she don't ever have to stress for anything. And I gotta put dinner on her plate now. And it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing.
So that even motivates you a little bit more, doesn't it?
It does. So I feel sorry for a lot of people out there. So now when you're in the box against me, I'm thinking that you're trying to take food off my baby's plate, which I am not going to let happen.
I love that. So, all right. So what kind of dad are you going to be? Are you going to be one of those hard ass dads? Are you going to be one of those loving dads that just hugging your kid all the time? What are you going to be?
I don't know what I'm going to be. I'm going to try to be an understanding dad. That's what I know. I'm not going to be a really strict dad. I don't think so. I mean, of course, my daughter, she does something wrong, she get in trouble. But I'm not going to be an overly aggressive, strict dad, because I want her to be able to come to me and talk to me about anything she wants to talk about in this world. I hope my goal for her, I want her to play tennis, man. I want her to play tennis, but she can be whatever she wants to be in this world. It doesn't even matter, whatever she wants. I'm gonna always support her. I don't know. I'm just excited. I'm just excited to be a dad. Like, this is sick to me, man. My baby will be here in August. I can't wait.
Dude, I am really, really excited for you. And I think what you're saying is I think it's a great mentality for a parent to have. Like, you want your kid to be able to come to you if they have any problem. I did that like coaching. Like, I was always a nice coach. The coach, I challenge you a little bit, but I also wanted to be the guy that still, I get texts all the time from my former players who are asking me, it's not just pitching stuff, it's life stuff, or something happens, because parents, a lot of times they can't talk to their parents. And to have somebody like an older mentor, I think is important. And as a parent, it's even better. Like, how cool is that?
I mean, it's pretty cool, man. Like that's how my dad was to me. And, that's how I want to raise my daughter. My dad was very understanding. There had been a lot of stuff I didn't do right, but, he let me learn my lessons, and it paid off. And it still is paying off, So I want to be like I want to, like you said, like a mentor to my daughter. You know what I mean? Of course, I'm going to teach her what is right, and what I believe in. And if she doesn't believe in the same thing, that's fine. You know what I mean? Like I'm still going to love her. I'm still going to support her, but I want her to be able to come to me for anything. And that's true. Like, I want her to, anything at all, anything we're going to even possibly think about, I want to be there for her.
Well, I think the other thing you've been doing a lot on social media and stuff is speaking out on social injustice stuff, which I
Hmm.
love. Like too many times athletes want to just be quiet and not speak up on these things because inevitably somebody's going to sit there and disagree with you, right? No matter what. But F
Uh-huh.
them if they don't like to me, you have a platform to be a mentor to a whole bunch of people and to
Yeah.
show people what you believe in. How important is that to you?
It's important to me, man. Like that isn't an identity I've ever had really, because I was always, told like, oh, this is your job. Like everything outside of baseball, let let the world handle that, or let somebody else handle that. Your job is to play baseball. And for so long that didn't sit right with me, because I'm like, damn, like this isn't right. Like I don't feel that this is right. You know what I mean? And I tell people all the time, I'm a professional athlete. Yes, I'm a professional athlete, but I'm a regular dude though. Like I'm for real, I'm a regular guy. Like I don't put myself on a pedestal. I just have a higher platform. That's all I got. That's all I got. So there's a lot of people that out there that can't speak up for themselves or they can't be heard. So I try to be the voice for them. And you know, I really don't see color. Like I know that a lot of people say that. Like I want to love everybody. Doesn't matter. I grew up I grew up, with a white family. I grew up with a Samoan family, with a black family, like a village really raised me, from all different kind of races. Like, you know what I mean? Like some of my best friends, like my brothers, we're all different colors. And it's like, it's okay. Like we don't care. Like we just love each other, man. And that's what I want to do. And I just want to just be that branch for somebody to reach out to. If they need help with anything, they just need a word from anybody. They just need to be heard, and they can't. They ask me. I can be the voice for them. It's I'm blessed to be in the position I'm in right now, Rob, and that's true. That's the truth. I'm blessed to be in the position that I'm in, and I want to make the most of it. I want to make this world a better place. You know what I mean? And that's my ultimate goal. And I feel like we're making strides right now.
I think we are too. Do you view yourself as a role model, or you just view yourself as AG? I mean, I know, wait, there's Amir and there's AG. There's two
Yeah,
different guys. I get it. But like, do you take on that mantle of being a role model? Is that something you want to be?
to an extent, I want to be a role model, but I want to be a role model of my own kind. You know what I mean? So when you say, like, when people be like, "Oh, you got to be a role model for these kids," like, yeah, I can be a role model for these kids. I can be as real and authentic as I am. And like you said, I don't have to be a role. I don't have to be a robot. Like everybody gets the same Amir. So everybody gets the same Amir. My wife, my grandma, my dad, whatever. Like if I'm at a baseball camp and I got to be professional, okay, I'm going to be professional, but I'm gonna be me professional. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here when you hear me talking to kids or whatever, a certain age group, of course, like I'm talking to some high school kids. I'm giving them some motivation to talk them up. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be like blah blah, read the script. No, that's not me. You know what I mean? I'm about to go out there. Hey, you guys want to play baseball at the highest level? You got to get your ass in gear. You got to do this. You got to do that. People look at me like, damn, like you're cursing to like, bro. This is just me. This is the role model I am. You know what I mean? And everybody gets the same Amir. I talk to my brothers had the same way. Is my coaches, whatever. I'm just like, I want to be the role model that I want to be, not that anybody else wants me to be.
I think people see through it if you're trying to be someone else, though, and then you're less relatable. To me, like the reason you're relatable and the reason why you have fans and people love you is because you put yourself out there. You're not one of those guys who reads from a script. And I think a lot of people lose like baseball and the press and everybody want to wring that out of you. They want you to be, if you stray off that path, they're going to come down on you and say, oh, look what he said. It's controversial. So like, to me, that it's part of being a person, right? Like I relate
Yeah,
to somebody who's a person.
yeah. You relate to that person because you see that it's like, damn, like being an athlete, like your life isn't perfect. You know what I mean? Your life isn't perfect. You know, like if anything, you have so many different struggles daily. You know what I mean? You might, have more money than somebody. Cool, whatever. But with that comes a bunch of problems. Comes a bunch of people, asking for things. And it's like, you get your head all clouded in other ways. But, everything isn't always peaches and cream with being an athlete.
How are you going to keep your daughter from getting that way, though? Like, she's going to grow up with everything. Like, she's going to grow up with, and you're going to spoil her. I know you are. I can tell.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
1,000%. But I'm going to make sure my daughter knows, like, there, I'm here for you, of course, 100%. But I want her to have a drive like me. So it's like, or like her mom, like, it's like, I got to get it on my own. But yeah, we are here for you, but I want to see you put in the work or do whatever you need to do. Like, show me that you're trying to do the best you can. And if you fail, don't worry, I got you. But I want you to show me first that, that you want to be something in life. And, I'm never going to let my daughter, I'm never going to let her, struggle, but I'm gonna be here for her. She's gonna be spoiled for sure, 1,000%. But I'm gonna try not to. I'm not gonna try to give her everything she wants. So so she grows up and be that. I don't want her to be entitled. If that makes any sense, I don't want her to be entitled to anything. Nothing is given to her. I'm gonna make sure she knows that everything that she has to be earned.
It is a really fun line.
I think she's gonna get that from her mom more so than me, because my wife has literally. She's I can go on for days about her. So and my wife is a tough cookie. So she's gonna get that more from her mom, and her mom is gonna make sure that she's that way.
It is a hard line to walk between, like, letting your kid fail because it's gonna hurt you. Like, you're gonna see, she loses a tennis match, or she loses or gets a bad grade on her drawing or something like that. And you're gonna sit there and go, no, it looks great, honey. Like, it's one of those things that you want to do, right? But you also have to put that aside somehow. So it's a balancing act with a kid. It's tough.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be tough, and obviously she's not in this world yet, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I might fold. We don't know. I might fold. But I'm gonna try to do my best, and I'm gonna try to be the best parent I can possibly be. That's it. That's all I can hope for.
She's gonna get under your skin a little bit, though. Every once in a while, that's what
definitely.
Kids do. Yeah,
of course, definitely, of course. I'm prepared for that.
So who's looking good on the Reds this year? Who's jumped out at you? TJ's a stud, man. I love watching that dude pitch.
Oh, TJ's a stud, man. TJ's a stud. There's no doubt about it. He is good.
Have you ever like played catch with him at all? Like with some of those breaking balls he throws?
Yeah, I played catch with him. He's going to be really good, man. Like, I don't know. TJ's different TJ now from what he was in the minor leagues, because that wasn't even close to what he was. I watched him, come up through the minor leagues. That wasn't even close to what he is. He's filthy, like disgusting, and then we have CNL Perez, the guy from the Astros, the lefty. He's dirty. Like, I'm looking at these guys, I'm like, Jesus. Like, Lucas Sims too, though. He is.
Oh yeah.
When we pitched the live VPs the other day, I watched him and I was like, ugh. I was like, how does anybody even hit that? You know what I mean? And we got a good squad, man. We got a really good squad. Our pitching staff is pretty good. Castillo, filthy. You know what I mean? Like,
he lost his changeup for a tiny bit during the year last year, and then got it back towards the end. I thought, like, he wasn't. Yeah,
it's all right. You that's what happens in this game. Sometimes you'll lose pitches at times. I haven't been able to throw my slider for 2 weeks now, and then I get in the game the other day, and it's just like, dang, there it is. Yeah. It's here, back, like, man. Literally for 2 weeks, like, the ball was just spinning, and I was like, I'm nervous. And I got into the game, and I was like, oh, okay, all right, bet there you are. You want to come in to play now, huh?
Do you ever use like the slow motion stuff, the Edgertronic or any analytics to say, oh, this is where my slider is and this is where it should be, type of thing? Or it's all feel?
Yeah, mine is just basically feel. Like, I can feel when I have like, when my slider comes out good, I can feel it. When my slider comes out bad, I can feel it. I don't really need to go and look. Like, if I lose it for a while, 2 weeks or something, I'll go in there and take a peek and be like, why am I doing that? And usually it's just like my hand placement or whatever, you know what I mean, on the ball. If I'm getting like too much on the side of it, you know, because I usually get around it. If I get on too much on the side of it, it's just gonna spin or whatever like that. But you know, I usually just I can feel, you know, when my pitches are off.
Do you have a ball? Well, let's go. I know we've done this in the past, but you need I mean, I'm not going to throw your slider. So
No,
come on,
I
you're
don't
a
even have
pitcher.
a
You're
ball.
supposed to have a
Rob, I
ball.
don't even have a ball. Hold on, let me
Come
see.
on, get a ball. You have an orange or something?
No, I got
Apple?
I don't even have.
Rolled up piece of paper? You'll be the first. Socks?
Let's do it. I got a sock right here. A bagel?
Well, let's see it. Let's do it. I am black socks. There we go.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, let's see your slider grip with a pair of socks.
Let's see if we can make a little.
So you're already a legend. You're the first one to do pitch grips with socks.
Let's do it. All right. So, so we're gonna pretend. All right, these are the two seams on a baseball, right?
Okay,
so
hold it up. Yeah,
seams,
yeah, I got you.
two seams.
Yep.
So the outside of the seam, I put my hand on the outside of the seam. If you can tell, this is our seam right here. Yeah. So let me see your hand real quick, Rob. Let me see your hand. Let me see.
You doing
okay? Outside seam. Put them together. Put them together.
Okay.
Like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to literally break that off, but you're like this.
So you're coming all the way to the front.
I'm coming all the way to the front. That's why my slider has like weird spin on it, because it's not a typical slider, you know, slurve, but it like tumbles over like this. So it just spins really different. And then my fastball, you know, my fastball spin is so messed up anyway that like I think a lot of hitters get confused because they're like, what the hell is coming? Like it looks the same as his fastball spin. Like, I don't know. And then it breaks at the end. You know what I mean? And a lot of guys will tell me like, bro, like I thought it was a fastball coming out your hand. And I throw it so violently too. So it's like, I don't know what it is. And my arm speed is the same as everything. But yeah, that's all I do. I get it on that seam right there and I rip that thing off. Just wham, wham. Just throw it as hard as I can.
And you saw that dude comment on, like, people are picking it up, man. They're like, all right, just throw the crap out of it.
That's pretty cool. That's something that I've always like, you know, wanted to be like that. You know, my dream is for me to get on and watch the Little League World Series and like my favorite player is Amir Garrett. That's my dream. That's when I know I made it right there. You know what I mean? For a kid to be like, I'm his favorite player on TV like that. That's when I'm like, okay, yeah. I'm a big leaguer, baby. I'm a big leaguer.
Oh, we're going to need someone to do that. Like anybody watching this, if you want to score extra points, make sure you do it. Like, at least in some and maybe someone's college bio, they sit there and say that.
That'd be sick, bro. Like that's when I know I made it. Like, because like, I don't know, when I was a kid, like talking about players like Gary Sheffield, Ken Griffey Jr., Randy Johnson, like, I just want to be that for somebody. You know what I mean? And if I'm not, then I'm not. But I just that's when I know like I'm a big leaguer. Like I've been in the big leagues for a while, but I'm a big leaguer once that happens.
If I put that in my Twitter bio, would that be okay? Like my Twitter's inspired by.
No, Rob, you're a legend yourself, man. You're a legend yourself. I'm telling you,
dude. I love this. Is there anything else that you want to impart? Any other wisdom that you want to impart? Or the other thing? Wait, hold on a second. So when you were mouthing to yourself on the mound, remember I caught that the bad motherfucker one where you were sitting there, like normally people say that in their heads. Were you doing that? Like you were just talking to yourself, talking to the hitter, talking like what was, or were you just like what was the mindset there?
You know what's crazy? Like I talk to, I mean, well, I talk to myself. You know,
yeah, I've noticed that.
Okay. I was down in the count too. I think I was down in the count 3-1, and then I got the 3-2. Right. So something that always sticks with me. Like you watched the Michael Jordan documentary, right? You remember when he's in the locker room, he has his bat and he's, you know, smoking a cigar. He goes, anybody can talk mess up in the game. Like anybody with the league can talk mess up in the game. He goes, but you talk mess when you're down. He says, that's what shows me what kind of man you are. You know, that's how you can tell a man who's a man, when he can talk mess when he's down. Anybody can talk mess when they're up. Guess what? I was down and I got even. And I was feeling myself, and I was like, I'm a bad mother effer. You know what I mean? Like that, I needed that to get me where I was, you know, in the right state. You know, I just battled from 3-0. Now I'm 3-2. Like that's the confidence you have to have. Now I struck him out. I was talking mess the whole time when I was behind in the count, bro. Like that's what helps me. You know what I mean? That's what helped me, you know, to win that battle. And I won it. You know what I mean? And it was just self-talk.
Now, what about the people that are saying, well, but you threw a slider after saying that? I thought, like, who cares? Like that.
Guess what? I threw a slider 3-2. I threw a slider 3-1. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
isn't that a bigger badass moment? Like throwing a 3-2 slider?
Because guess what? The hitter's going to expect a fastball right there. He's going to expect a fastball. I've thrown 3-2 breaking balls, bases loaded. Like, that's badass right there. You know what I mean? Because breaking balls, you typically, you know what I mean? You're like, maybe this can go either good or whatever. You know what I mean? Your fastball is supposed to be your main pitch. You're supposed to, you know, be able to throw it for a strike. You know what I mean? But no, the hitter was expecting that. So I knew that. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna break the slider off. You know what I mean? It's a psychological warfare. You know what I mean? Like you have to, you know, beat the hitter. You know, he's up there thinking. You know what I mean? A lot of the times I know what they're thinking, but you know, sometimes it doesn't work out that way. I have to pull the old okey doke on them sometimes.
Do you want to hit this year?
No, I don't want to hit.
Dude, I will pay money if you hit this year. Like I want to see that.
I got a base hit, you know that, right?
I know, but I want to see it.
Have you seen it?
Do you have it on your phone? Let me see it. Pull it up.
Of course I have it on my phone. What?
That's a stupid question.
Of course I have it on my phone.
All right, we need to see this.
Oh, I sent it to my friend because he was talking mess to me one time. I was like, bro, are you crazy? Like, what?
I mean, guys.
Wait. Damn. And it's against the. Hold on. Damn. This iPhone is. Okay. All right, so hold on, let me. Hold on for a second. Don't go nowhere. So I tell everybody all the time, how do I go to the videos, bro? Like, what?
I mean, he's a badass, but he can't work his phone.
Man, what? Like, I just had the video. Like, what is going on?
I'm waiting.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna show you.
I ain't going anywhere.
This is crazy. I don't know how to work iPhones a lot, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think you just click on the video and press play. Is that what?
No. Okay. All right. So can you see? Damn.
Yeah, kind of. Oh, there you go. Yeah. I got it. It's good.
Okay,
press
so
play. Now you got to press play. I can see you at the plate.
You said I can't hit, bros.
Little slap. Look at me running around. This is 2017, and I gave Lindor a little slap. You know, I gave what's up, bro. Like, you know, I wanted to do this. Like I've done this before. You know, so you got to give me a little pat on the butt. Hey, timeout. Hey, take off the Evo shield and all that, the batting gloves.
Dude,
like, that's what I wanted to do. Like, I've played scenarios in my head all the time. Like, so if I hit a home run or whatever, if I hit the ball, I'm just like, yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to look like a hitter. So I'm like, time, Blue. You know, go over there and give him the. But that is sick. And you know what's funny about that? Like, I'm a bad bunter. All right. So I don't like to hit at all. I got hit in the chest with like a 95 mile an hour fastball when I hit. That's the last time I've ever hit. Coach like, Amir, bunt, whatever. Guy on first. And he looks at me, he's like, do whatever, right? You do whatever. So I'm squaring up the bunt. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do whatever. I'm gonna show you. And Cookie Carras is up there, and his ball moves so much. So he goes, and I'm going to bunt, and I just bring that sucker back, and I was like, I'm about to hit this, and just whap, and just slice it in the right field. And I'm like, I hit the ball. And I'm looking at my manager. I'm like, yeah, he told me to do whatever. Yeah, I'm a horrible bunter, man. I'm not trying to get in the way with that. Like somebody's throwing 100, I'd try to bunt off Garrett Cole, and I'd like took off the bunt like mid at bat. I'm like, bro, I can't bunt this. And then he's throwing like he wasn't throwing strikes in my at bat for some reason. And I'm like, bro, like I can't bunt this. What do you want me to do? So I'm just standing there like, bro, like come on, like let me get out of here. Like just do something. It's just funny, man. It's hard to bunt. It's hard.
Dude, Snell got up there yesterday against Ohtani and just threw it right down the dick. It was just like, yeah, F this. I'm going back to the dugout. I'm gonna look at it and just.
And some pitchers, you know, they're gonna try to get you out, bro. They don't want you to bunt. Like they want to strike you out so that guy doesn't advance. Like, you know what I mean? That's what I would do.
What would you do if you hit if you go yard on somebody? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna act like you've been there? Or you're gonna
listen to me, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like if I ever hit and I hit a home run, I am flipping that thing like I've done it 500 times. Like I'm going to do it like this is what I do. Like if I ever hit the ball, I'm not gonna get a chance. Whatever. If I hit a home run, I'm parked that thing. The other day I was thinking like if I hit a home run in the game, I would literally before I leave the box, I would put the bat on the plate and just run around the bases and then pick the bat up when I come across.
Dude, I'm so looking forward to this happening. Like I want you to hit now. Like
I would definitely be out there acting the fool if I ever hit a home run. That's 100%. And you know what's funny? Like if the catcher or the pitcher was talking mess to me right on the bases, I would just ignore him and just go right back to the dugout too. That's what would be the funny part. I'm just like, all right, let me pick up my bat and I'm going to the dugout. See you guys. That would make them even more mad.
Absolutely, yeah. I don't think anybody like who would you think is the most like who would you like ever think if they would talk crap to you? Like they're sitting there like you'd sit there and go, all right, it's on. Like, is there anybody that you are at all intimidated? Like that looks like a badass, not intimidated because you're not intimidated by it.
Yeah. You know, there's a bunch of badasses in the league. I feel like you know, Aroldis Chapman, of course. I know.
Oh yeah, Aroldis, so. you might run from that, right?
Yeah, might. Like, I don't play the heart game. Like, just because you're small and you try somebody who's big, like, and you get beat up, to me, I don't want you to be like, man, at least I had the heart to go out there and do it. No, bro. Like, I'm gonna be like, if somebody, I'm like, okay, you got it, brother. Hey, see you later. Like I'm good. I'm okay with my decision, and I'm all right with that. I'm like, hey, you got it, bro. Don't worry. I'm out of here. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want no cool points for going to fight somebody and getting beat up. So guess what? I probably let Chapman get that one. I'm like, hey, Chappie, you got it, bro. Much love, dog. Much love. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen him box, and dude's serious, man. That is a big. Like people don't know how big that dude is.
Yeah, like look at me. I'm 6'6". Chappie's probably shorter than me, but he is way bigger than me. And you're like, damn, bro, like he's way bigger than me. And it's crazy because, bro, like I don't even know. He's just a freak. Like, you know what I mean? He's a freak. He's a freak.
You don't think any like MMA moves or something like that? You might be able to like
Bro, you know, actually I got a little something up my sleeve though. You know what I'm saying? I got a little MMA, you know, / boxing wrestler, you know, type moves in me. You know, I like doing that stuff in all season too. So don't tell nobody.
I was talking to Stro, and Stro boxes too now. Stro's
yeah. All that right there, like that work that he does, you know what I mean? Like that's really good for you. That's what. And you ever been in a boxing workout? Have you ever did one? Like,
oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
It's gas, like you're gassed. Like
so hard. Like people don't get that. Like you fight for 3 minutes, and you're all like, if you're really fighting, it's tough.
It is tough, you know, and all that movement stuff and all that workout for a pitcher, it's good because you know boxers have strong shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all they're doing is throwing punches. Their back. Like I encourage a lot of athletes or a lot of baseball players to get in there and do some boxing stuff because that's gonna build your stamina so much better. And you're like, damn, all right, cool. You know, and for a pitcher, that's gonna get your shoulders strong because you know boxers got to keep their arms up, man, and they can't be having no weak shoulders.
Yeah, you know, I actually so I talked to Zach Plesac from the Indians, He said his mechanic cue is like for his arm, he treats it like he's throwing a punch. That's why his arm's so short. So he thinks of it like throwing a punch, which is similar to what you're like. It's shoulders, it's all that. So now you're feeling it like maybe.
Yeah. It is. If you're reaching back, it is. I would have to agree with them. You know, that's crazy that, like these guys are that short like that. I can't do it. Like Plesac, Sims, those guys they just from here and just go. That's pretty impressive, man.
Well, it's one of those things that like all the coaches back in the day taught you to be really long with your arm and you get power that way. And now we're seeing like Giolito does it short.
Giolito does it.
Yeah. I mean, there's a number of Bauer is short. I mean, you've seen him firsthand.
But I think Lucas
he's really short.
Oh my gosh. It's crazy to me though. Like I've tried it and I'm like, there's no way I can even throw hard from here at all.
Everyone's different though. Like why would you ain't changing? Yeah. I mean, you just
I'm not changing. I just want to see like could I do it? Like, no, I can't.
Well, now think about it like throwing a punch and then see what you do.
Yeah, you're throwing a punch from here. And
so it's a little short punch. It's like a little.
Yeah, that's impressive. Like that you can go from that and you just, you know what I mean? Like,
I
see why hitters get, confused with that because they're waiting for you to drop that arm. It's like, no, it's never gonna get dropped. It's just coming straight at you.
Yeah, and from here, and it's going like 95, 97. Yeah, that's.
You don't have that probably takes away like a half a second from your reaction time.
Yep. Agreed. All right, well, dude, we can do this all day.
Always.
Yeah, and I will have you back on during the season. Maybe we'll make this a regular thing after you kick ass, and we'll after you hit a home run, especially like you're coming on here. We're going to talk about it.
I want to do it like I'll hit a home run against somebody that's like very like anti-bat flips. So I'll do it to one of them and then do it.